Hello, my name is Sandra Matos. I am a pediatric cardiologist from Recife in northeast Brazil, and over the next few minutes I shall be introducing you to the Pediatric Cardiology Network.
I shall make this presentation in 3 brief parts. In part 1, I present the background of the network and its objectives. The methods will be discussed in part 2, and finally part 3 will be the presentation of our initial 2-year results and our future goals. Now to the problem, and that is caring for children with heart problems. Now, we all know that we can't put a price in human life, but that there is a cost involved in treatment. And unfortunately, that cost can be even higher. When we have lack of human resources, we have no screening programs, limited availability of hospital beds, and long distances to travel, which is the case in many developing countries. So we end up with a very high cost, not only from the disease treatment itself, but from the clinical deterioration that follows the late diagnosis, and unfortunately, many a times without great benefits. Some of these children never make treatment, others do, but have serious post-operative complications, and it's a very unbalanced situation. Now, we in this huge country with over 200 million people face these challenges. Perhaps if we had to choose a word to describe Brazil, diversity would be a key one. And this diversity is not only geographical, but it's also cultural and economical. And we who live in the Northeast face many of these problems on our everyday lives. The Northeast is the poorest region in Brazil. It has over 50 million people. So these big contrasts of beautiful tropical beaches, large cities, shanty towns, and very dry lands in the countryside. We are located in Pernambuco, which is the southern neighbor to the state of Paraíba. The network was established between these two states that share many similarities, but in regards to pediatric cardiology, we have had in Recife facilities for the care of these children for many years. Our group is located and operating at the Royal Portuguese Hospital for over 20 years. In Paraíba, there were 1/4 of the population lived far from the large urban centers. Illiteracy rates, adolescent mothers, and inadequate prenatal care are common problems, and until 2010 there was no structured pediatric cardiology program. Many children had to be referred outside the state for not only treatment, but sometimes just to establish a diagnosis and perform an echocardiogram. And on top of everything that has been previously discussed, there were also a number of medical litigations involving the care for these children. So it was at that point when the health secretary from Paraíba approached our NGO, the Heart Circle, to discuss ways to overcome these problems and to structure the care for children with heart problems in the state. And this was the Heart Circle's proposal to establish a wide-ranging horizontal network to cover from screening to care. Knowledge transfer is definitely the key part of the whole project. And rather than bringing in a preset model, the idea was to assemble blocks of previously described technologies and processes to lead, to empower, to group and optimize services according to their level of development and to their primary goals. So this is how the Lego network started. I thank you for watching it, and we'll leave it for now. And in part 2, we'll discuss the methods that have been used. Thank you.